The men, especially who have problem with this, happen to be beta males. They're beta male blue pill simps.
Today we're going to be talking about functional patterns, aka Naughty Aguilar, and he fits the bill of a fitness charlatan to the best ability that I think is possible. So he had a few very choice words to say on his Instagram, and I really just want to display what those things are and maybe theorize as to why he's saying them. You might know on this channel, I don't like to just do outright takedown reaction style things. What I try to do is come with a disagreement at first. If you guys look at my last video or a couple videos ago where I talked about Eugene Teo saying that you shouldn't use barbells, I predominantly agreed with him, but there were things that I disagreed with him about. But he didn't bring vitriol. He didn't bring spite. He didn't bring hatred. He brought eloquence and well thought out things and anecdotes to his own life. And for that, I will always respect him. And I showed him that respect. And now Eugene and I are, becoming fast friends. The problem is I know that a guy like Naughty Aguilar will never be able to be on that level that I am with Eugene Teo. So I want to try and disagree, bring somewhat of a factual evidence-based disagreement, but it's difficult because, like I had said before, Naughty Aguilar is bringing a lot of hatred and vitriol into his supposed arguments. So he posted on his story, his Instagram story from Functional Podcast. I believe that Functional Patterns is more like the business side of Functional Patterns. Like he doesn't post their personal anymore. It's more to promote their methodology. On his one, this is personal. So he says, I may end up becoming an incel in time. Not because I can't get it, because I very easily can. More so because I look at what women are, atrophied organisms, and they just become unappealing most of the time. There's always something with them. And that something is like 95% of the problem they don't like addressing. I don't volunteer celibacy. It's more so that women are so off-putting physically most of the time, never mind the mental, and I don't really have a choice but to go my own way. I need to change the world so I can make women attractive enough to want to make effort again. Naughty Aguilar is taking this like red pill approach. Whenever there's a massive movement towards something, it's important to take in check what the negative effects of said movement are. And I think that the red pill movement, may have done that. But again, if we think about groups that we dislike or groups that we may find damaging, and then we create our own group, and we go and virtue signal out against them, we're doing exactly what the other group is doing, just in a different way. It becomes its own version of virtue signaling. Now, it seems as though he's going down that route. I need to change the world so I can make women attractive enough to want to make an effort again. Again, it's a very, whatever the focus is he's the hero in this. And you'll notice when he kind of doubles down in his explanation video that he uses verbiage like that. And it's a really nice fallback if you have any sort of argument to say to then virtue signal and say that what you're doing is honorable. And if you disagree with this person, you're being dishonorable. When you see reality for what it is, you begin to see the ugliness everywhere. I can't normalize distortion anymore like I used to. When you really go red pill and see what females became as gatherers, it's a rough pill to swallow. The next slide. Fortunately, I see the problem and I'm figuring out the solution for it. Again, pointing to yourself being the hero in this. Men and women are ugly, women more ugly. And my solution is to make everyone attractive. Not more attractive, just attractive. We are eukaryotes with a malleable cytoskeleton and can morph ourselves into better looking organisms. Essentially pulling out a thesaurus and inserting words that don't need to be so difficult. That's my objective. Until then, I may have to become an incel. Again, not because I can't get it, but more so because the circumstances makes it unbearable to partake in having sex. Women, mechanize yourselves, please. As men listen to me and begin to see what I'm seeing, they're going to be put off like I am. Get ahead of the problem. Be proactive, not reactive. I would love to see what you guys have to say in the comments section. I have benefited tremendously from comments, not because of algo gains, which are great, but because what the comments help me do is narrow down my search on information. So a lot of times you guys come and say, hey, I saw this piece or this article, this piece of content, and it helped give me an understanding of whatever it is that will help me in the future. So I want to know what you guys think just based off of that alone. So I think there was a lot of negative feedback directed towards Naughty Aguilar. So what he started to do was create a, not apology, a more of a doubling down or a tripling down on what he had said. Now, that video was either taken down or he took it down himself. But one of my friends on Instagram has provided me with a selection of clips. There's only 4 clips, but hopefully we can get a genuine idea as to what this guy actually meant.
When I say that women are degenerated, it's like, guys, let's be very real here. Compare a female human to a female lion, or a female human to a female gorilla, or a female human to a female bear. Like, males and females, athletically speaking, are more similar in other species than they are with humans. Like, the discrepancy between the two sexes is much greater with humans than it is with other animals. This isn't like a matter of opinion. This is a matter of fact. Now, one of the main issues that people gather with me, the men especially who have problem with this, happen to be beta males. They're beta male blue pill simps. They're very apt to just let a woman misbehave because they have no balls, and because they're not inclined to correct the misbehavior. They're probably going to take offense when I end with kind of calling out the fact that they put up with entirely too much bullshit from very, very weak women. And what I mean by weak is just kind of like, they're anxious, they're hyper estrogenated, they're not well developed.
And guys, this is where commenting would help a lot. I'm not going to do the research here right now. I know it's at my fingertips, but I want to do this for brevity. But I believe that, and I could be wrong on this, most mammals, there is a dominance of male over female, but the discrepancy between them, and I think this is what he's saying, is not as big as it is in humans. Now, outside of mammals, I think that more females are dominant than males. But regardless, there has to be some evolutionary biology behind this. Like, I don't think it's that difficult of a thing. It seems very elementary to explain why that is. Why is it in Homo sapiens that men are that much more powerful than females? If so, if that's what you're taking issue in, I'm talking directly to Naughty Aguilar here, your mission is to reverse millions of years of evolution? Like, I'm sorry, but your singular human life, and even if what you say gets passed down to 5, 6 generations, which it won't, is an absolute skid mark on the underwear that is evolution. And also the blue pill beta male simp thing. Let's break that down. Anyone who disagrees with him is a blue pill beta male simp, where instead of having the lines drawn where you might want to use that sort of denigrating speech, right? Lines drawn in front of you, he created them. So here's my opinion. If you go outside of it, you're a blue pill beta male simp, which I can't really understand. I will say this. I completely and wholeheartedly disagree with the utterances he had geared towards women in those slides on his Instagram. Call me a blue pill beta male simp then, okay? But I can guarantee you I would never utter the things like that to my mother, to my sisters, to anyone I love, to any female for that matter. They're not only are they illogical, but they're inflammatory for no reason. So let's move on here.
Like, and people are going to look at what you are in the future, and keep this in mind. Nobody gets everything right. So look, I don't hold any like hatred or animosity towards blue pill simps. I think we all need a reality check from time to time. And I'm just going to tell you point blank that true bona fide alpha males, like who make a lot of money, who are fucking like, you don't see Andrew Tate getting on top of a swinging with a girl like that.
Who's
like
Andrew
you don't
Tate?
see Andrew.
Oh, this is the alpha male guy. He's got the worst content on YouTube.
You know what happens when you're a real G? You guys aren't real G's, so you don't know. I'll tell you what happens when you're a real G. When you're a real G, you end up with all these chicks, right? And when you have all these chicks, they're obviously fall in love with you instantly. And they fall in love with you completely, and they comply blindly. They listen to you. Why wouldn't they listen to you? You're the best thing they could possibly ever get. Of course they listen.
Okay, so you guys get the idea. This is who he's talking about. You don't see Andrew Tate doing these things, being a blue pill beta male simp or whatever.
Like, you don't see Andrew Tate doing that. When's the last time you guys saw Dan Bilzerian doing that? You don't see that shit, right? Guys who can really pull ass.
So he's in reference to some other story where he saw a video of a dude on a swing with his girlfriend. It was supposed to be like it was corny. Okay. It was corny. The guy was being corny. And swinging back and forth with his girlfriend, and there's it's like a TikTok video, and he had a poll is like, is this beta whatever, and it was like 28% of people said no. Anyways, he's using that post as a reason to why beta males exist, or whatever his reason. But that's what he's talking about. Now he's saying that, do you think Andrew Tate would do something like that? Do you think Dan Bilzerian would do something like that? Personally, I don't want to do anything the likes of which Andrew Tate and Dan Bilzerian do things. Like, and I don't want to turn this into some sort of like exploration into why I don't follow those guys and follow their leads, but it's as simple as that.
Don't have to like undergo such fucking nonsense, right? Real true and I'm not one of these guys, right? I'm assessing guys who do it. If you look at like Andrew Tate or Tristan Tate, if you look at freaking
a lot of
Dan
Tates.
Bilzerian, they're not swinging with the chick on a fucking swing. Like, come on, bro. These like they don't do that, and these guys are snagging really, really attractive women, and they don't have to deal with any of that shit. They don't deal with any of that. So if you have a disagreement with me, it's going to look bad, bro, because Rollo Tomasi, the Red Pill movement, freaking Fresh and Fit, they're going to grow, and you can't just stop this thing. It's going to be really difficult.
He starts it off by saying that, I don't hold any hate towards blue pill beta male simps. Like, yeah, you do. Just say you do.
Not necessarily a physically strong woman, but a pretty mentally strong woman. She was actually fairly physically strong for her size. And I think because of that, I have a different perspective on women than most people would. I had an alpha male dad and I had an alpha female mom. I had two alpha parents, and it shaped my character quite a bit. So if you're one of these beta males who's butthurt at the fact that I have a perspective that, women should actually have similar physical strength to men, and you don't want to get to the foundation of what's creating that problem, you're a fucking idiot. You're going to look bad.
Weird. He says, I got an alpha male mom, alpha female mom, and an alpha male dad. And because I'm a Pokemon character, I am an alpha male through that. And again, it's the protection of the hero. That might be an added point of a charlatan is women. I'm saying these things for your own good. Well, you guys are going to crucify me for saying that I think women should be stronger or equally as strong as men. It's like, no, I want women to be stronger. Everyone wants women to be physically stronger. That's why we're in the fitness industry. That's why I care about strength. But again, if your thing, like your mission now is to change like evolution and try to make women as powerful and as strong as males, that's going to take millennia and even more than that. I don't know how many years it would take to make some sort of stark contrast and stark difference to create some sort of environment. But if that's your mission, it seems really fucking strange. Really strange.
Because I do believe that men and women, they can be equal, but they could be more balanced. They could be more balanced in terms of the relationships that are involved within them. I don't think a woman should necessarily need a man to protect her.
Yeah, so more of the same stuff. It is all in all, it's very, very strange. Again, I brought up the Eugene Teo thing because I can disagree with someone. And honestly, I think I did it with Louis Simmons as well. Like, I'm not going to take down someone. It's hard, though, to not push back when whoever is talking is on the offense, insofar as they're adding a term I always use, like vitriol and spite and hatred to what they're saying. So in this one, I might seem a little bit more aggressive, but I think it's necessary. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Please comment, especially about the evolutionary biology. Like, that's something that I really want to know about and know more about. So please comment below, and I'll see you on the next one.